FlintEdge here, just doing some Last of Us gameplay. This is a game that I was playing before GTA came out. I was just looking out my number one custom loadout. I just kind of done it up. Just basically, this is the one I use the most. The loadout that I've been finding I've had the most success with. This is the online gameplay, obviously, and a lot of people say they don't like the online. They thought it was going to be more like DayZ, but it's more like a competitive, 4 against 4. I find it's more like a SOCOM, but not as this, rush out and intense in your face third-person shooter. It's I find that like you can use stealth a lot more in this game, and you can rush in head first, but you can also use stealth, and that's what I always like using. I always use this covert training too. You got 13 loadout points, so you gotta put your loadout in certain places. So I use covert training too. I've been using this new gunslinger because it gives me more handgun ammo, and this agility allows me to move just a little bit faster and climb a bit faster. So I've been using that. Using my extra point to give myself the double barrel, an extra gun. I take the enforcer. I don't have enough points on it to put the silencer on it. And then I've been using the bow for my stealth abilities. So the enforcer and the double barrel I find are good for, like, if your team's big on rushing in and just wants to get in and fight, you could still kind of stealth around, but when they're in the thick of it and you got to support them, the enforcer is a really good handgun. I used to always roll with the revolver. I liked the revolver. I liked the hit power of it and everything, but you couldn't move around too good. Like when you were moving around, it seemed to get inaccurate, but when you're standing still, it was pretty accurate. You could hit a guy at a good distance with it as long as you weren't moving. The 9, I never really liked it. A lot of people do because it's a fast shooting handgun. The shorty, a lot of people love this thing. I don't know why. I suck with it. I've been at point blank range standing behind a guy and went, alright, I'll just kill him with my shorty. I don't have any shivs to stab him with. And I go, bang! Nothing. Bang! Second round. Nothing. And I'm like, how am I missing? And then he turns around and hits me with like a nail bat or something. Just takes me down. And it's like, how did I miss with this thing? And I've watched videos of other people using it and just dominating with this thing. And it's a good gun, but for some reason I've never gotten a kill with it. I suck with it. I'm not the greatest at this game. I like playing it. I don't play it all the time. But so far right now, my favorite handgun now is the Enforcer. And this thing's a monster if you've got the ammo. Gunslinger 2 gives you the ammo. Gunslinger 1 gives me the ammo. It's 2 loadout points. I got the bow. This is my favorite, one of my favorite weapons. I've used the hunting rifle. It's a good weapon. I just find that it's only good at a distance. When you get up close, it's just some guy's trying to point a hunting rifle at you. Just kind of move around. He's not going to get a shot on you. Burst rifle, it's good, I guess, for close quarter combat and intermediate. Once you get out of range, you got to aim it funny to let it kind of jump up as you're shooting at the guy. Semi-auto is good. I don't use it that often, but it's like the balanced gun. I've seen ninjas use this with the silencer, and they've done very well with this gun. It's got good range. It's just all around basic gun. And the full auto, I've been liking the full auto lately. You can just cut guys down. Got a few loadouts, different custom loadouts with the full auto in there, just to kind of give me that Rambo-esque firepower. It doesn't have the strength, does it, of the damage of the semi-auto or the burst. The burst has got a little bit more. But you know what? This thing, what I usually do is when I use this thing, I just tap the R1 button over and over and over and over again, so that I'm not shooting full auto, but I'm shooting a lot. Like it's almost like it is full auto, but then I got a lot more accuracy and control, so I can like get those headshots and stuff when I'm up close. But when it comes down to it, I like the bow the best. Silent killer. You won't show up on enemy mini-map when firing. 2 shots down the guy, an extra shot when he's down to kill him. No problems here with this. You can Sometimes your ammo doesn't break and you can go and retrieve your ammo back. I think it's the ultimate stealth weapon. The only thing I don't find that is good with the bow is face-to-face confrontations. Some guy's going to shoot at you and you're going to shoot back at him with the bow. He's going to hit you and you're going to stagger and lose that aim. Everything out close quarter combat, it's not that bad. If you know how to use it. Mid-range and even like long range. I've heard some people say this thing's bad at sniping. You got that little aim icon that kind of raises up. So it's like like you just point the aim at the guy and you put that little line right at the guy and you hit him. Like I've used this to hit guys from a good ways across the map, and I've taken guys down. I hit him once, and then he gets up and he moves around like, somebody hit me, and then he stops for a moment, and I up with the bow again, and down he goes. Yeah, I've used this to take guys down from a good range. But this specific loadout that I've done up, this ninja FlintEdge loadout that I've done up, is basically I've got my ninja abilities. I've got the ability to like kind of move just a little bit faster, and I got the firepower to hold off people when straight up gunfights. So I've got my handgun and my double barrel when I get it for straight up gunfighting, and I've got my bow with my shivs for stealth ninja. So yeah, I've been doing pretty decent with this little loadout, this little custom 1 loadout that I've done up. Custom 2 loadout. I kind of just did this up so I could get the launcher and try that out. So I got the revolver, full auto, covert so I can sneak around a little bit. I always love the covert so I can sneak around. Explosive expert, agility so I can move a little bit faster. And then I put the launcher in there. I've only used this loadout a couple of times. The launcher's alright, but I'm not the biggest fan of it. I like the double barrel. It's only 1 loadout point. Hit the guy twice and down he goes. It's like, taste my boomstick. So, custom loadout 3. Oh, this one's a good one. This is like my Rambo-esque loadout. I've got the 2 big handguns. They got the big handgun with the big rifle. I got the full auto and the enforcer. I got the agility with the covert so I can kind of stealth around a little bit more. I've got the gunslinger to increase my handgun ammo. I can pick people up a little bit faster to help them out. And I've got the double barrel as a, now I have 3 guns basically. So I've done that up just kind of like, that's kind of more of my rush. If like everybody in the team's rushing and I feel like, okay, this is actually rushing the bad guys is working, I'll switch over to this loadout. And I'll use this loadout to fight the enemies. Having the covert on, you can I've honestly come up against all 4 guys, and I've been hiding, and you have to kind of move around because they're moving around the room. Maybe they're going for the lockbox. Jumped up, hit one with a firebomb, and gunned down the other 3. Just totally surprised them. Just boom, they hit the one guy. Where'd that come from? And then I just full auto gunned one guy down, started gunning the other guy down, dropped the other guy to his knees, and when the 4th guy decides he's going to take me on, switch over to the enforcer, shoot the other guy up, finish them both off with the enforcer. The one guy who's down on his knees and the other guy who I just downed with the enforcer. Just finish them all off. And by that time, you're usually out of ammo. Double barrel at that time didn't have anything to do with it. It just didn't use it at that point. But this thing, yeah, usually if I'm going to breach, I'm going to go into a building. I'll try and take this guy out. 2 shots, you down a guy. And if his friend's standing close enough behind him, he's getting splash damage too, because I found that. I had a guy, they were both kind of squished together, and I was shooting, and I hit them both, and I downed 2 guys with 2 shots. So, I mean, this is kind of like a Rambo loadout. You got your ability to sneak up on them, and then you go all Rambo with your high-end machine guns. Here's another ninja loadout I did up. I did it so I could have the silenced guy. This thing is pretty good, but I don't think it's, some people say it's great for a straight-up face-to-face gunfight. I think it's a bit better when you're kind of like, surprise, and you gun them down. But yeah, I mean, it shoots really fast. You can kind of down guys pretty quick with this thing. I've never used it in a straight face-to-face gunfight. I've watched other YouTubers playing, and they've done that, but I haven't. I mean, I haven't yet. I mean, the damage is only 1 bar, but I mean, you hit a guy, you can hit a guy down him pretty good, especially with you surprise him, shoot for the upper body. You'll take him down pretty quick. It's got the sharp ears, so I can sneak around a little bit more. Gunslinger gives me a little bit more revolver ammo. Covert training, so I can sneak with my bow. Okay. Here's another Rambo loadout. Got the silenced machine gun instead. That other one had the double barrel. This one got the silenced loadout. And I just did this loadout and tried it out. This is like a hardcore ninja loadout. So I've got the silenced enforcer, the bow, covert training, and gunslinger. And then I got the double barrel to pack me up. I could probably ditch the double barrel and take something else. You know, take one of the other things that give me just, you know, one. But I kind of like the fact that the double barrel is only one, you know. The El Diablo, it's a great gun. Used it, like it. I feel they don't give you enough ammo, and they only give you a few shots. Assault rifle's cool, but you kind of peel off all the shots pretty quick. You can only take maybe one guy down, I feel. Shoots a bit too fast, but yeah, it's good. Shotgun, this thing's a monster. You know, close quarter combat. You know, it's better than the double barrel, the shotgun. This thing just owns people. It's 3 loadout points. You know, I mean, it's great if you're gonna need it for close quarter combat, but military sniper, you know, I've tried it, and you might as well just use the ordinary sniper rifle. I don't know after the last, you know, patch and everything and the new stuff that came in, if it's any good anymore. I haven't tried it. I don't usually go for the sniper rifles and stuff in this game. Flamethrower, 2 points. You know, it's not really worth it. I've actually tried it since the last patch. I figured, you know what, maybe they jazzed it up a bit. Maybe it's a little bit better. Nah, I snuck up behind a guy and I lit him on fire, and I found it was just kind of the same flamethrower. You know, machete's good. It's just a melee weapon. I feel that they shouldn't have it at 3 loadout points. I feel it should only be a 1 loadout point. You know, I mean, am I gonna take the double barrel for 1, or am I gonna take the machete for 3? Probably take the double barrel for 1 and use the 2 loadout points for something, some sort of other stat or something. I mean, the machete's good, but I don't take it that often. I've tried it. I've been successful with it. It's cool. I think they need to drop the loadout points for it. I think they need to drop it down to 1. Spectre, this thing's awesome. I've had lots of success with it, using it. And the launcher, I've had only a bit of success using it. I don't know if I'm going to be using this that much. I mean, it works, but it doesn't work. It reminds me of SOCOM 4. The reason I stopped playing SOCOM 4 was because it turned into everybody was just shooting each other with the grenade launchers. It was ridiculous in SOCOM 4. And this thing, I mean, you gotta get hit with it at least twice to go down. And being that, you might as well just take the double barrel and use that up in the guy's face, and you got 3 loadout points to use for some other stat that you want. You know, I mean, I guess if you're playing with, you got your 3 friends and you're playing, all these other weapons really come in handy, you know? If you have other friends that are in the game playing with you, you're not just by yourself. I always play this game. I don't have any friends that play this game. I'm always by myself playing it. So the special purchase weapons are great. Like if you, like, one friend's like, I'll take the shotgun, you'd be like, awesome, I'll take the Spectre, you know. Or and one of your other friends is like, well, I've done my loadout and I'm going to take the launcher, so you guys know I got the launcher. If we need to kind of push those guys back, we can fire some of the launcher grenades at them. Then yeah, you know, I mean, and you know, the El Diablo, you know, or maybe one of the, you know, the 4th guy, he's got the machete. So he's like, well, I'm good at really close up quarter combat. So each one of you has like a different different weapon. When you're playing with your friends, you should all be rolling, slightly different than each other, not all four the same, kind of like complement each other. You got guys that are better maybe at, up close in your face fighting, other guys like who are done up maybe with the bow and stuff for ninja attacks and stuff, sneak up behind them. Those are my 6 loadouts. Some of them are kind of similar. Mainly I just roll with this one here. I just go ahead and I use the enforcer, the bow, covert, gunslinger gives me more ammo, agility lets me move a little bit faster, double barrel just for the extra punch in the head. I like the fact I have 3 guns instead of just 2. Most of the people you just group up with and play with, they always just want to rush in head first. So I've got the enforcer and the double barrel for rushing, and I got my bow and my shivs for my ninja stealth attack. I just started the faction over again. I just got through playing it from week 1 to week 12. So I just started again. Usually when I play, just find a match. I play the supply raid. Survivor's okay. It's really just run around, kill each other, and the interrogation one, never really got too much into it, but it's fun too. Just like the supply raid. Maybe I'll do another video some other time and I'll actually play a couple of rounds with some people. I just wanted to go through what my gear up was. I mainly just used the one gear up and keep my ninja on with a little bit of frontal assault. And well, this is the video for now. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button and subscribe if you want. I'll do some more videos. And thanks for watching. Goodbye. May the force be with you.